first step in effective self-defense is awareness, being aware of your surroundings. Carry yourself in a way that you don't look like a victim. Know where you are, where you're going. Look confident. Walk with your head up, shoulders back. A number of years ago, I had the opportunity to view a video that was taken in a maximum security prison. And reformed convicts were interviewed. Some of these guys were pretty bad guys. I mean, they had done some pretty horrific things. And during the interviews, they talked about some of the things that they did and why they were doing it and what they were looking for in a victim. And I think that was the most important part. And what they said over and over again was that they were looking for certain qualities. They were looking for certain things in a victim. They wanted something that was what they called, free lunch, something that was going to be easy. Somebody that looked weak or didn't look confident or wasn't really aware of their surroundings and what was going on. They weren't looking for a problem. They didn't want to end up back in jail. They were looking for a victim. And many times what you can do is you can avoid being a victim just by the way you carry yourself and your awareness of your surroundings. So it's important that you start to do this and practice this every day as you're out and about. And focus on being just aware and being confident, walking with shoulders up and head back, and like I said, you know where you're going and what you're doing. We teach 3 modes of behavior when faced with a possible aggressive situation. We cover this in detail in Street Self-Defense 101 Volume 1. So we're not going to get into breakdown. We go into it in a lot of detail there. But I want to just go over the basics of it because this is really important. And this can really keep a lot of situations from becoming physical. So let's assume that Chris is just getting a little bit aggressive for whatever reason. Maybe he's kind of pointing at me or whatever. What I want to try to do here is I want to try to have the proper demeanor. I don't want to get passive where I'm looking away from him, I'm showing fear, maybe what we call happy feet where I'm like this, I'm really showing nervousness, I'm showing that fear, I'm not looking at him, maybe I'm showing some denial. That passive behavior is going to give a potential criminal a green light to become aggressive with me and to go from here because he knows that I'm scared, that I'm in denial, and that's what he's looking for. The next mode of behavior that I'd like to talk about is an aggressive, which is the exact opposite. So if Chris starts that, and I'm right away, I'm over here, and I'm getting my chin up, and I'm getting my hands up here, that may cause a situation to become physical when it doesn't need to be. And the other motive that you should take would be what we call an assertive mode. Assertive mode of behavior is, I want to be strong, yet I don't want to be aggressive. I'm going to have my hands up, one foot's a little bit in front of the other, my hands are up here, and I'm just saying, okay, buddy, that's okay. Just, back off, just leave me alone, and I can get a little stronger in that assertiveness if I need to. I can raise my voice. I want to make sure I'm congruent in my body posture, it's nice and strong, my eye contact, my facial expression. And like I said, we get into a lot of detail of this and actually go through some scenarios in this in Volume 1. But I want you to be aware of the 3 modes of behavior in an aggressive situation because they're critical in avoiding physical confrontations. Next, we're going to get into the 4 ranges that you might end up in a situation that has become physical. There are some self-defense experts that like to break this down to 7 or 8 ranges. I like to keep it simple. We're going to be talking about 4 ranges. Basically, kicking range, which is going to be out here, punching range, which is going to be here, stand-up grappling range, which is right in tight, and on the ground. So those are the 4 ranges we're going to be talking about. So first, let's talk about the kicking range and what kind of tools and equipment that you have, body parts that you can use and techniques that you can use during a kicking situation. So if you just say it back of it a little bit. Okay, so from here, one of the kicks that we have is a front kick. Now, in a front kick, we're just going to bring the knee up and snap the foot out and kick. I mean, primarily your target's going to be the groin, upper legs, or even down lower in the knees. I am not a real big fan of a standard martial arts type front kick for most self-defense situations. If possible, I'd rather use a groin kick, which comes up underneath the groin between the legs. So it's a front kick, but I'm using the instep, or if I'm even closer, the shin, and catching up into the groin. One of the I think the benefits of using that type of kick is, again, adrenaline flowing, you're nervous, you're frightened, there's a lot going on here, he's moving, I'm moving, there's a lot happening here. It's very easy to miss with that kick and maybe catch the leg, or maybe come here, or maybe miss entirely, maybe be too short. But using the groin kick, it's a lot easier to hit because his legs are guiding that kick right into the groin, and it's catching the groin from underneath, which is really the most vulnerable and the best way to kick at the groin. So groin kick, I'd like to be as a superior kick to a standard front kick. We have another kick called an oblique kick, sometimes called a hitch kick. With that kick, we're coming in this way. So it's driving in here. If I just switch your feet a second, Chris, if I wanted to come in here, I could drive it into the thigh. Okay? So it's coming in, and if I just kick it out, it's coming in here with the side of the foot and the heel. And you can switch back again. That's called a hitch kick. That can even be done at a closer range. Roundhouse kick, sometimes called a turning kick, is a kick where we're coming in with the back leg and we're driving in. All the kicks in self-defense should be primarily waist down, possibly solar plexus area sometimes, but keep them low. All those high kicks you see in the movies, they're not happening on the street. There's a million reasons why they're not going to work. But just briefly, you don't have, I'm wearing kind of loose, close-fitting pants right now, but you have a coat on, you have tight-fitting jeans, you've got closed-in areas, so you don't have a lot of room. You have maybe the ground could be icy, could be stones, could be lots of different things. It's very easy throwing a high kick to slip, to fall down, or even just lose your balance for just an instant and give him an opportunity to become aggressive with me. It's very easy, the higher the kicks go, but for him to grab the kick. So if I kick up high, it's very easy to grab it. And then I have a situation that, again, can be difficult. So keep all the kicks down low. Roundhouse kicks, primary targets are going to be the legs, the knees, back in here, driving in. You can use either the instep or even closer with the shin. And the shin is nice for that. It's nice and strong. It's a nice strong kick. So roundhouse kick. We have a side kick, side thrust kick, where I'm coming in and I'm driving in with the heel. Okay? That might be driving straight into the stomach area. Again, that's about the highest I can go. Into the thigh area. If he's facing me more head on, it might be into the groin area with the heel. So, straight in with the side kick. If the person were behind me, a back kick. And I'm coming straight in with the heel, and that's typically going to be done midsection, groin area, thigh area from the rear. So those are basically the kicks that I like to use for self-defense from the kicking range.